Blessed be witches, and welcome to another episode of Witch Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are going to be talking about something that people seem to have a very difficult time with, and that is letting go. People seem to think that letting go means that you have to get rid of or give up on a goal or a dream, and that is simply not the case. All you need to do is you need to give up or let go of whatever emotion that is a negative emotion that is repelling your goals from coming to fruition. With the many years that I've been doing what I do, it seems that people will, even magicians, will cast spells. And yet while they're still doing this spell, they are holding within the very essence of their being a want. They're holding a vibration, in essence, that is repelling this from ever coming into their reality. If you want something, want begets want. Fear begets fear. Anger begets anger. Like attracts like. It's science. If you are just sending out negative energy, that's all you're going to get back. If you're sending out fear, you're only going to get fear. If you're sending out anger, you're only going to get anger. If you're sending out want, you're only going to get want. This is how it works. This is science. Ever mind the law of three. Now, don't get me started on the law of three because I don't believe in it. But ever mind the law of three. What I send out comes back to thee. We have to start understanding that letting go means letting go of the vibration that is repelling to your desired outcome. There is a positive vibration and there is a negative vibration. Now, if you have both of these vibrations, they are going to be in conflict with each other. And neither one is going to give up, right? So one is not going to overcome the other. It just doesn't work that way, right? They will literally keep on fighting each other. They will keep on resisting each other. That's what they do. What would one do to be able to make something manifest? They have to bring in the third. And what is the third one? It is neutrality. And how do we achieve neutrality? How do we achieve that vibration? We let go. We let go of the negativity that is causing us conflict. Now, if you let go of the negativity, yet you hold on to the positivity, which is attracting, and then you put in the physical effort and energy that's going to allow for manifestation to occur, this is how you manifest swiftly. Most people don't understand what the vibration of want is. And they hold the vibration of want as in a place of lack. I'm lacking something. I want this because I don't have that. Right? That right there is only going to bring forth more of that wanting because you don't have it. It's not going to actually bring that into your reality. It's going to actually do the opposite and repel it from your reality. If you have a dream, if you have an aspiration to something, right, and you kind of hold a feeling of excitement about it, it changes the whole vibration of the scenario. If you are desperately looking for a relationship, then you're going to stay within that vibration of desperation. You're going to bring somebody else in that is going to be just as dang desperate. They want love. They want connection. They want all of these things. But then when it comes to them, when it's right in their face, they run. They run from it. What they don't understand is that they brought in this vibration with a desperate type of energy. And they're not running from love. They're not running from the things that they said that they wanted. What they're running from is the vibration that that other person is holding, which is desperate as well, which causes them to feel like they may get trapped in something, and then they can't trust people, and they just don't know why this is the way it is, and why they run from the relationship, and then they start thinking to themselves, oh, there must be something wrong with me. Is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with you? No, there's not something wrong with you. What you don't seem to understand here is that you called in this desperate energy because of the fact that it's vibrationally in correspondence to where you really are. And then you realize that there's a whole bunch of crap that comes with that desperation. That person coming into your world who's all like, I want to get married and have kids. I don't know you. They're ready to go from, I met you today, let's move in together tomorrow. So when you stop and you think about this, and you kind of see how your world is forming around you, what is it that you're holding on to? What are your core vibrations that you're sending out to the universe? What are you truly telling them that you want? Okay, when you know better, you do better. Right? You watching this video, you know better. Right? I'm not going to blame somebody for doing something. Right? Again, as you grow and as you evolve and as you learn and as you develop the skills, you start changing your reality. That's what the craft is about. The craft is about mastering yourself, mastering the aspects of yourself, to knowing yourself, to allow for you to start creating and manifesting in a way that you weren't able to do before. Okay? So if you want to have good things come into your life, because again, the reason why I say good things, because the divine is going to be very, very honest with you. Whatever you send out, they are going to give you that. That's the way it is. I've had people come to me all the time saying, you know, how is there a God? How is there a divine if they allow the things to happen that are happening in this universe? Well, let me be the first person to tell you. They are only manifesting what you put out. You put out negativity, you put out anger, you put out this, you put out that, you put out fear, you put out all of these hatred, you put it out there, that's what the divine's going to give you. Because again, to them, there is no right, there is no wrong, there is no good, there is no bad. They love you. And they're going to let you have whatever experience that you want to have. So the Dalai Lama, I believe he did a video where he was talking about how people always say, why does the divine let things like this happen? And he made it very clear that the divine does not do this, okay? We do this. It's man-made. It has nothing to do with the divine. The divine is going to support you because the divine is love. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're not going to be subject to the environmental pulls and so on and so forth. Of course you are. But when we start understanding our placement, our role, our connectivity within this universe and start giving as much as we can, rather than sitting in this dank feeling of, you know, and this negative repelling energy, then the world will start to change. Then your world will start to change. And then everyone else's world will start to change. And there will be a different vibration. It all starts from here. If you're holding on to a goal, a dream, and you are like, oh, I can't have that right now. Why can't I have this? Why is it so? I'm desperate. I'm suffering because I want this. Understand that that is what you are emitting. That's what you're going to get back. If you take a look at all the people who have really achieved something within their reality, they have been master manifestors in their reality. There's one commonality that you will find. They looked at it from a completely different perspective, right? I think it was Madonna who said, I wanted to be a dancer, but becoming a singer was easier. Now, how many people out in this world would love to sing, and they think that getting into the music industry is such a difficult thing, right? For her, becoming a singer was easier, but all I wanted to do was dance, and now I dance for a living. The tipping point was she had want when it came to dancing. She was neutral when it came to music. And she used that neutrality to create the environment to allow her to do what she wanted to do, which was dancing. Neutrality shall set you free. So anytime you are doing magic, anytime you are addressing or confronted with anything, let go of the repellent energy, the repelling negative energy. Let it go. Okay? That's what you let go. And keep the positive and neutral energy that's going to help facilitate the manifestation of your desire. Use your passion for what it is, where you want to be, where you are to be, where you're intended to be, because it's already manifested. You're already there. Let go of the things that are keeping it away from you and see how the world bends to you. You know, when reading The Secret, there was a place in it where they said, you know, live like this, you know, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. Let me tell you something, honey, if you ain't got nothing but a dime in your bank account, you ain't gonna fake nothing, okay, because you got nothing to fake with. So let's just get real here. What I'm saying to you, right, is not to go out there and put yourself in huge amounts of debt, right, because that right there, counterproductive. Right? And that's, you know what that's going to beget? Poor. What I'm saying to you is understand that association, that feeling that you have of want, I need, I am poor, I can't afford. Be real about it. Yes, you don't have any money. I get it. I respect it. But this does not mean that you have to live your life in that state of I do not have. The reason why I always had money is because of the fact that I did little things that allowed me to feel like I had a lot. All right, so one of the things that people always say to me is, ooh, Odin, you know how to make everything. That's why, right? I didn't just go out and spend $65 or 65 pounds on something. No. It wasn't happening like that, okay? I would go and get every little thing that I needed that were normally a fraction of the price, right? And I would make that stuff myself. And people would come into my abode and they would be like, oh, I made it. And the shoes on my feet, I didn't buy them, I made them, boo. Now, don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, I would go out there and I would buy my, something just because I wanted to have it, right? Because it was an experience. Right? And when I put money in things that really mattered, oh yes, you can't make Copal. But what you can do with Copal, so I guess I did, but I put the money where it counted. People used to say, oh well, I'm going to be popping tags. Remember those days? Everybody had to pop the tag. They had the tag from their hat coming. I spent $600 for a hat. Pardon me, moi. And I used to tell people all the time back then, no, the clothes don't make me, I make the clothes. I can get something at Kmart. Right? And I will look better in that bad boy than you do in that $700 suit. Things don't wear me, I wear the shit out of stuff. And this is how you have to start really looking at it. Okay? Just because you don't have a lot doesn't mean that you can't have a lot. For me, the reason why I did that was because it allowed me to not feel like as if I wanted. If it was something that I desired or had the passion for, I was going to have it, right? But I was going to make sure that I did it in a way that was going to allow me to progress. Not just sit there and be like, yeah, I feel good with my Gucci bag. But I have to go down to the food bank and get a crust of bread and a glass of water. If you don't have large amounts of money and you're in that vibration of want, and yet you're ordering pizza every night? And you're downing 3-4 energy drinks a day? Now another thing that boggles my mind is that people don't ever really want to seem to put in the effort. They get so caught up, right, in the I want it yesterday. I don't want it now, I want it yesterday. The thing about this is to have what you truly want, it's a process. People are like, I deserve the divine giving me this. I deserve. Let me tell you something about deserving. Okay? You need to let that go because you know what? The divine owes you nothing. And the divine is very big on free will. Whatever experience you want to have, they're going to give it to you. Whether you like it or not, whether you're aware of it or not, they're going to give it to you. So if you think that you're going to sit there in your own blue funk for a long period of time and expect the divine to give you everything, boo-boo, it does not work like that. People think detaching is a bad thing. It's not. Detaching is just letting go. It's letting go of things that are no longer necessary within, or things that are holding you back or limiting you from having what you truly want. This can be old patterns. This could be, times in your life that you want to go back to. I can't begin to tell you how many people have come to me on a regular basis saying, I remember back then. Well, let me tell you something, darling. As long as you keep on going back to that point in time and trying to live your life in that point in time, you're never going to be able to realize this point in time and your future point in time. If you're going to gauge all of your happiness on a point in time that has come and gone, darling, then you are not honoring right now. And I know this because I used to think about my childhood and I'd be like, oh, the summers were this, the summers were that. When I held on to them, I gauged everything in my reality on that time. But you know what? The summers now are just as beautiful. They smell just as fresh. They evoke just as much happiness and passion. And because I do that now, the wonderful thing about it is every summer is a wonderful experience. What vibration do you hold? Because I will tell you 9 times out of 10 that people will try and say, oh, I try to think positively, but do they believe it? That's why when you hear fake it till you make it, let me tell you something. The thing about fake it till you make it is that it's fake. Be it till you see it. Booze. Alright? If you are going to struggle with something, don't struggle to try and fake something. Struggle to understand yourself. Okay? Struggle to dig down deep. Delve with inside of your dark goddess to figure out who you are at the core of your being and create a foundation that allows you to build a platform for success. That's how it works. To me, a real spiritualist is somebody who's willing to understand where true power emanates. That's where it emanates, right? All of this stuff out there is a reflection of what's in here, okay? So the moment that you start working on this is the moment it starts affecting all of that. So you got people grabbing up on crystals. Oh, you know what that crystal's going to do? That crystal is going to only give you what's in here. And you can spend all the time you want looking up for salvation. But again, if you don't look inward and have the foundation to be able to build the platform for your own personal salvation, what's going to come out of it? How is the divine going to help you build something if it's on a shaky foundation? We are co-creators. If what you seek, if you cannot find within, you will never find it throughout. And it is such a simple concept. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not an easy one to follow, but it is the most powerful thing that one will ever do for themselves. And the best way to be able to start doing that is let go. Let go of every condition that has been placed upon you. Let go of every illusion that you've bought into. Do not let go of who you are. Let go of who you think you are, who you've been told you should be. Let go of that, right? My grandma used to always say to me when I was growing up, baby, let go and let God. I understand it now. She meant let go of all the shit you're told, right? And let the divinity within yourself guide you to where you are intended to be. And that may not be what everybody else wants for you or from you. And that's all right. That's fine. And let me tell you a couple of people who have done this. Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Maya Angelou, John F. Kennedy Jr. They had a lot of Jesus Christ, Nelson Mandela. They went against what they should or what they were told to be, and they went with what's in here. Now you have a group of people who are just like, but I fight the system all the time. I fight the system. I mean, if you're fighting the system just to fight the system, you've lost. I'm in conflict with the system because of who I am. And you know what else? It's not that I have a conflict with the system. The system has a conflict with me because you know what? I let go. I'm all right. And I've gotten a lot of people who have said nasty things about me simply because of the fact that they can't stand me and my truth. It bothers them. But that's okay. That's their conflict. That's not mine. I love the Witch Please family. I love doing what I do. I'm going to continue to do it, whether or not people like it or not. They ain't got to watch my shows. I've detached from that. I've let it all go. I'm going to do what's in me. And I'm going to do it because I love doing it. And because it fulfills me. And I'm not going to be derailed. And I had somebody say to me at one point in time, oh, you do this? Well, how are you going to make a career out of this? And that was their way of trying to tell me, oh, you know what, you might want to look your eyes somewhere else and do something that does not fulfill who you are. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't feel broken down by what they had to say. I understood that that was their perspective and whatnot, right? And it made me feel more passion for what I do and who I am and where I'm going and where I want to be. And now these people come to me for advice. Odin, what do I do? That's what you do, boo. You break down your illusions. If you have not subscribed, you need to press subscribe, join the Witch Please family, and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. You can always send me a personal email at witchpleaseofficial or leave a comment below. I said it before, and I will say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my worlds. It is an honor to have you in my magic. And you are always in my heart. So let go, witches. And I will see you on another episode of Witch. Please. Love you, boo-boos. Bye-bye.